When Elon Musk notices a struggling mother and her two teenage daughters living out of their car in a dimly lit parking lot, he decides to approach them with unexpected compassion. What starts as a simple conversation quickly unfolds into a life-altering series of events that transforms their world. Elon's profound act of kindness sets off a ripple effect, offering not just hope, but a tangible future they could never have imagined. This heartwarming and inspiring story will keep you hooked until the very last moment. The emotional twist at the end will leave you speechless. But before we dive in, leave a comment and let us know where you are watching from today. And if this story speaks to you, hit that subscribe button for more amazing stories. On a quiet, moonlit night in Silicon Valley, a sleek Tesla Model S glided through the streets, its electric hum barely audible. Behind the wheel was none other than Elon Musk, the billionaire visionary known for his ambitious dreams of transforming humanity's future. After a long day at Tesla headquarters refining designs for a sustainable housing initiative, Elon decided to take the scenic route home. As he approached a dimly lit parking lot near a strip mall, something caught his attention: a rusted sedan parked under a flickering streetlight. Inside, the faint silhouettes of three figures were visible. A woman sat in the driver's seat, her face etched with worry, while two teenage girls were huddled together in the back seat under a thin blanket. Elon slowed his car, his curiosity piqued. Something about the scene felt deeply wrong. He pulled into the lot and parked a few spaces away, his keen eyes taking in the situation. Elon stepped out of his Tesla, his casual jeans and hoodie blending into the quiet night. As he approached the old sedan, the woman inside noticed him and froze, her hand hovering over the window controls. She rolled the window down slightly, her voice hesitant. "Can I help you?" Elon held up his hands in a calming gesture. "I didn't mean to startle you. I just noticed your car and thought I'd check if you're okay." The woman hesitated, glancing nervously at her daughters, who were now awake and watching the exchange with wide eyes. Finally, she sighed. "We're fine," she said, though her tone was far from convincing. But Elon wasn't convinced. He noticed the worn blankets, the suitcases stuffed into the back seat, and the small cooler on the floor. "Are you living in your car?" he asked gently. The woman looked down, her voice trembling. "Yes," she admitted. "But we'll be fine. We just need a little time." The woman introduced herself as Melissa Hayes, a single mother who had been evicted 2 months ago after losing her job as a secretary. Unable to afford rent, she and her daughters Emily and Grace had been living in their car while she searched tirelessly for work. "We've been moving from parking lot to parking lot," Melissa explained, her voice breaking. "It's not ideal, but it's safer than the shelters." Elon listened intently, his expression growing more serious by the minute. He glanced at Emily and Grace, both of whom sat quietly in the back seat, their faces a mix of exhaustion and hope. "How old are you girls?" he asked kindly. 16 and 14, Emily replied softly, her arm protectively around her younger sister. Elon nodded, his mind racing. "You don't need to explain," he said. "But maybe I can help." Melissa frowned, her voice cautious. "We don't want charity." Elon smiled, his tone reassuring. "This isn't charity. Think of it as an investment." Before Melissa could protest, Elon pulled out his phone and made a quick call. "Hey, it's Elon. I need a favor. Immediately." Within 15 minutes, a sleek black SUV arrived in the parking lot. Two professional-looking men stepped out, their demeanor calm and respectful. "These are my associates," Elon explained. "They're going to take you to a hotel tonight, get you cleaned up, give you a warm meal, and make sure you have a good night's sleep." Melissa's eyes welled up with tears. "Why would you do this for us?" Elon's expression softened. "Because I can. And because no one should have to go through this alone." The next morning, Melissa woke up in a luxurious hotel suite. Emily and Grace were still asleep, their small frames curled up in the soft beds piled high with pillows. For the first time in months, Melissa felt a glimmer of hope. Later that day, Elon visited them at the hotel. He brought along a team of experts, housing specialists, career counselors, and educational consultants. "Let's start with the basics," Elon said. "A place to live, steady income, and a plan for the future." Over the next week, the Hayes family's life transformed. Elon secured them a modest apartment in a safe neighborhood, fully furnished and paid for 6 months in advance. Melissa received training and a job offer at Tesla's administrative offices, while Emily and Grace were enrolled in a nearby school with scholarships to cover their supplies and extracurricular activities. One evening, as the Hayes family settled into their new home, Elon showed up unannounced. He carried a small box, his usual confident demeanor replaced with a rare hint of nervousness. "I wanted to give you something," he said, handing the box to Emily and Grace. Inside was a miniature model of a futuristic, eco-friendly house. "This is a prototype," he explained. "I've been dreaming of creating affordable, sustainable homes for families who need them most. Your story inspired me to fast-track the project." Melissa's hands flew to her mouth in shock. "Are you saying—" Elon nodded. "Your family will be the first to move into one of these homes when they're ready. And I hope it'll be the start of something much bigger." News of Elon's act of kindness spread quickly, sparking conversations about homelessness and systemic solutions. Inspired by the Hayes family's story, Tesla employees and community members volunteered to support similar initiatives. Within months, Elon's sustainable housing project gained traction, with prototypes being developed across the country. As for the Hayes family, their lives continued to improve. Melissa thrived in her new role at Tesla, while Emily joined the school debate team, and Grace discovered a love for coding through a free after-school program. 1 year later, the Hayes family stood in front of their new eco-friendly home, a symbol of resilience and innovation. Elon joined them for the ribbon-cutting ceremony, his smile reflecting genuine pride. "This isn't just about one family," Elon said during a brief speech. "It's about proving that when we combine compassion with action, we can create real change." For the Hayes family, Elon Musk wasn't just a billionaire or an inventor. He was the person who had seen them in their darkest hour and believed in their worth. And for Elon, the experience was a reminder that even the biggest dreams start with small, meaningful actions. In the end, Melissa summed it up best. Elon didn't just give us a second chance. He gave us a future.